This project is about neodymium and trying to make the supplies of that material last longer. Neodymium is used in a whole load of magnets. It's used in really cheap magnets to hold things to boards. It's used in magnets to make wind turbines work. It's used in magnets in the electric car industry. It lasts for 10,000 years. It's a brilliant, brilliant material. But we also use it really widely in hard disk drives. Hard disk drives have a magnet on each side of the head which help you control where the head needs to read from. Now when these become waste, and because of the sensitivity of data on these things, they're shredded. They're shredded down to about 6 mil. Once they're that small, we can't get the neodymium magnets back out again. It's too late. China have a near monopoly on its production. They dropped the price so low in the mid-2000s that most of the mines shut. They then ramped those prices up in 2010, 2011 and have put a quota in for the export of neodymium. They're trying to control the means of production because we all know that if you haven't got things, you can't make products. And that's why we need to get this material out, because if we haven't got materials, we can't make stuff.
So we brought together a PC manufacturer, a materials specialist, someone from the materials recovery sector, an engineer and a designer. We took apart a number of PCs, and what we found was it's quite easy to get the hard disk drive out as a unit, but much more difficult to get to the magnets. Many different screws, they were glued together. It was really hard to unscrew those bolts, and it took us about 20 minutes to get to the magnets.
We developed 4 strategies. The first one we looked at was trying to pull the magnets out whole. So it takes, we've already heard, 20 minutes to take a disc apart and pull the magnet out. To make this economically viable, we need to do it in about 3 minutes. The second strategy we looked at was to reuse the hard drive. But people are very concerned about their products and their information winding up in some far-flung place and being misused. And hence we degauss and then we shred. This security concern will stop us reusing hard drives. The third strategy is to recover the neodymium. Now at the moment, when you shred these units, the neodymium gets thrown around inside the shredder. We've got so much dilution with the rest of the hard drive that this isn't economically viable either. So our fourth strategy, and the one that we think is most viable, is to guillotine the corner off, a really simple mechanical process that can be done at any reprocessor. And then that increases the concentration of neodymium within the hard drive segment we're recycling by between 5 and 10-fold. So we can take that, and then we've got the economics with us in terms of extracting the material out. So the next step will be to prototype some of these solutions, to pull apart the hard drive, to take the segment to the University of Birmingham where we can extract the neodymium, to pull that back out into magnets, to feed the hard disk drives if we want, but more realistically, to feed the things that we make in the UK, because that's where our growth is. It's not in making lots and lots of products, it's in making high value products. And if we don't have this material, we can't do that.